Hello and welcome back. This is Merlin Magic. I've got a really cool impromptu mentalism trick to share with you guys today. I know how popular mentalism is amongst you guys, so I've got a really cool trick to show you, which is it works on a principle of a couple of sleights that you might need to learn, but I'm going to go through it in the tutorial anyway. So without further ado, let's get on with the trick. Just before we start, if you're new to this channel, just make sure you give it a big like if you go on and enjoy the trick. And also subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. I've got loads more amazing stuff still to show you guys. So this trick, it can be used from a borrowed deck. So what you do, you can either borrow a deck off a Spectator. They can shuffle it like this until they're happy. Now there's no setup. There is no setup in this trick. They can cut it a few times. Just so you know, it really is an impromptu trick, which really sells it for people when they can use a borrowed deck. Obviously, I can't with this. You're just going to have to trust me, guys, that I have fairly shuffled the deck. And what I'm going to do, something slightly different rather than you get to pick a card from the middle. It doesn't really matter too much whether I see your selection with this one. You'll see why in a minute. So as you see, we've just shuffled the deck up like that. I have no idea what the top card is. So just what we're going to do, I was going to take the top card, which in this case is the 6 of diamonds. In this case, what we're going to do, very fairly, we're going to take it out and see here, we're going to place it in the middle and place it in like this. So now the card truly is lost in the pack. So you're thinking of your card. I don't know what it is. Or it doesn't really matter too much because it has been lost in the pack. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to give it a bit of time just for you to, I need you to do something, work with me here. What I want you to do is you're going to sense what position your card is in. I just want you to start doing this now. It's somewhere in the middle. Just in your mind, think about how far down is it, near the bottom? Is it near the top, or is it the middle? Or if a number's coming to you, a particular number, like an order of the deck. But just to let you know, this isn't your card. This is the 5 of diamonds. That is the top card. So what we're going to do is riffle down, and you're going to just use your senses for me. And you're going to become the mentalist there. And just tell me to stop at any point when you think that's where your card is. Stop there. Okay, that's brilliant. So what we've stopped to this card here. And your card was the 6 of diamonds. And you subconsciously managed to work out where your card was. I had no idea where it was. You managed to cut down to the exact location of your card. That is the trick. If you want to learn it, stick around for the tutorial. So that's a really cool impromptu trick for you mentalists out here. Now, like I said, I know a lot of you like mentalism. I think, the ability to have mind powers would be cool. Obviously, we don't. Spoiler alert there. But what this trick relies on is a few basic sleight of hand principles, which I'm going to go through with you today. It utilises a double lift, a slip force, and you could also do a fake shuffle if you wanted, or a fake cut, to really sell the fact that it's lost. So what we're going to do first of all is they really do get to, like I said, it could be from a borrowed deck. You get the deck shuffled to the spectator's liking, till they're confident that the order's random. And of course, they can look through, make sure there's no duplicate cards, which is something some people might think is how the trick works. So what we do is once they're happy that the cards are thoroughly mixed, is you're going to talk to them and talk whatever you want and just start saying, I'm going to show you a magic trick, a bit of an unconventional trick. I'm not going to get you to pick a card out in a conventional way. And as you close it up, if you're new to a double lift, as you close, so as you say, look, we're not going to get you to pick a card like this. We're going to do something a little bit different because you've probably seen that a lot. As you go to square it up, what you're going to do is from here, is you're going to get a pinky break under the top 2 cards, which will help you then with the double lift. So from the front, it looks like the deck's all square, but obviously from the exposed view, from the magician's view, we've got a break under the top 2 cards. Then you show the spectator their card, which they think's their card. So in this case, it's the 6 of clubs they think's on top. And obviously it's second from top, but with that double lift, it gives the deception it's the top card. And then you take the supposed 6 of clubs when it's actually the king of spades, and whichever way you want, you can cut it into the deck like that and say, what we're going to do is going to lose your card, let the spectator push it in so they know their card's somewhere in the middle, when of course it's still on the top, it hasn't moved anywhere. So once you perform that double lift, you can, you know, give it a few dribbles, you can give it a few, you can even, like I said here, if you wanted to, if you fancy, you can do that, give it a riffle shuffle, but retain the top card so they think it's thoroughly, you know, lost in the deck. Then you say to them, oh, what I want you to do is I want you to become the mentalist today and think about a location of where your card is and see again what you do. If you want to do it again, get a pinky break and say, look, it's not on the top because look, that's the 3 of clubs. That's not your card. Your card's somewhere. Then start to think of them. They might even say to you, okay, I think it's 36th from the top, or I might say, I think it's near the bottom. So what we're going to say, we're going to put that to the test. You're going to subconsciously tell me to stop when you think you arrived to your card. And once they say stop, say they want to stop there, as you go to pull, you pull down, these 3 fingers will then slip the top card to where they've riffled to, and that is a slip force, which actually puts their card where they think they've stopped when really it's come from the top of the deck. So one more time, you say to them, okay, I'm going to start riffle down, and when you feel like you've come to your card, say stop, and they say stop there. Fingers on the bottom. It'll take a bit of time for you to be able to do it so they don't detect it. You say, look, we've come to a random point in the deck. Your card was, and they'll say, obviously, 6 of clubs. And you go, well, funnily enough, subconsciously, your brain told you exactly where to stop. You managed to stop on your card. Their minds will be blown. And that is an amazing trick, which you can do anytime. And what, you know, like I said, all it involves is 2 sleight of hand movements and maybe a false shuffle if you fancy. So, like I said, this is what it looks like. So from here, as you take it away, you've just, again, that's what it looks like in normal time. But that's the only trick. But once they've riffled, is you get your fingers there and pull and allow that top card to rest there. So that's the tricky thing. Just give it a few goes, and I'm sure by no time at all, you'll have a fantastic mentalism routine there to perform and baffle your spectators. And like I said, give off great reactions. That has been the trick today. I've been Merlin Magic. You've been my lovely audience, and I'll see you again next time with some more mentalism and card tricks.